Hi, welcome back to Motion Mondays. My name is V, and I'm the current NPC Media Director and former winner of Parliamentary Procedure. Today, we're talking about amendments. So, what is an amendment? An amendment in parliamentary procedures is a change or an addition to a main motion or current motion on the table. And I'll show you 3 different variations of it. But first off, an amendment can be seconded and an amendment can be amended. Without further ado, I'll show the 3 different amendments you can have. So the first type of amendment we'll be discussing is adding and inserting words into the amendment.
Is there any new business?
Madam President.
Madam Treasurer.
I move that we have a block blast tournament.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to have a block blast tournament.
Here, they are debating on whether or not to have a block blast tournament, which is the main motion we learned in the last episode.
Are you ready for the question?
Madam President.
Madam Treasurer.
I believe having a block blast tournament would be a fun way to spark competitive nature in our members.
Are you ready for the question?
Madam President.
Madam Secretary.
I am opposed to this motion because we have many events coming in the coming months and we do not have time for a block blast tournament.
Here, Madam Secretary raises a great point. We need to specify more as to what this motion will do.
Are you ready for the question?
Madam President,
Mr. Vice President.
I move to amend the main motion by adding on the date January 25th.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to amend the main motion by adding on January 25th. So the motion now reads to have a block blast tournament on January 25th. Are you ready for the question?
Here, Mr. Vice President amends the motion by saying, I move to amend the motion by adding on January 25th. The chair then restates the motion. Congrats! You've now just amended a motion by adding on words to it.
Madam President,
Mr. Vice President.
I believe that we should add on this date because most
Here, debating on the motion continues like usual. So, we'll skip to the voting.
Are you ready for the question? The question is on to amend the main motion by adding on January 25th. So the motion now reads to have a block blast tournament on January 25th. All those in favor of this amendment, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. The ayes have it and the amendment passes.
Notice here that an amendment requires a majority vote. Now, we'll move on to inserting an amendment.
Is there any new business?
Madam President,
Mr. Vice President.
I move for our chapter to have a party.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded for our chapter to have a party. Are you ready for the question?
Madam President.
Mr. Vice President.
I believe that our chapter should have a party because it is a great way for our members to bond.
Madam President,
Madam Treasurer.
party is too big. I believe that this motion shouldn't be passed because it doesn't specify what type of party.
That was a lot to take in, so let's break it down. Mr. Vice President moves to make a party, but then Madam Treasurer makes a great point. This helps set up the amendment for inserting.
Madam President,
Madam Secretary.
I move to amend the motion by inserting the word ice cream before the word party.
Second.
In this instance, Madam Secretary amends the motion by saying, I move to amend the motion by inserting the word ice cream before the word party. So, it would be structured as, I move to amend the motion by inserting blank before the word blank.
It's been moved and seconded to amend the main motion by inserting the word ice cream before the word party, so that the motion now reads to have an ice cream party.
Again, Madam President restates the question with the new amendment.
Are you ready for the question?
Madam President,
Madam Secretary.
I believe that we should pass this motion because an ice cream party is a much more specific and attainable event to host than just a party.
Are you ready for the question? The question is on to amend the main motion by inserting the word ice cream before the word party, so that the motion now reads to have an ice cream party. All those in favor of the amendment, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. The ayes have it and the motion passes.
Lastly, we'll move on to striking out within an amendment, which is when you want to remove words within a motion.
Is there any new business?
Madam
Madam
President,
Madam Secretary.
I move to host a pizza and ice cream party.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to host a pizza and ice cream party. Are you ready for the question?
Madam President,
Madam Secretary.
pizza and ice cream are delicious, so holding such a party would boost morale for our members. Therefore, I urge the Assembly to vote in favor of this motion.
Madam
Madam
President,
President,
Madam Treasurer.
we do not have it in our funds to host both a pizza and ice cream party.
Madam President,
Mr. Vice President.
I move to amend the main motion by striking out pizza.
This motion follows a similar flow as the other motions, where Mr. Vice President says, I move to amend the motion by striking out pizza. The chair then restates the question. So, lastly, I'll talk about the motion about using insert and strikeout in tandem. Let's say you have a motion to have a bake sale. However, you want to change it to a yard sale. What you would say is, I move to amend the motion by striking out bake sale and inserting yard sale. That way you can use both. So the format would be, I move to amend the motion by striking out blank and inserting blank. That's a wrap on this subsidiary motion.
Remember that this is the third lowest ranking motion. Next time, we'll be going over postpone indefinitely and postpone definitely. So, see you next time, FBLA, on Motion Mondays.